20 years ago, I was trained as a secretary, but work was hit and miss, contract work, and I became unemployed.
I went down to Kilbarrack, the Dole office in Kilbarrack on the far side of the tracks from where I grew up, and I remember standing in the queue and I just didn't feel I belonged there.
Over time, I think what happened is your skills don't change, but your belief in yourself and your belief in your ability to do the skills falls by the wayside.
I thought it was going to take 3 months to set the business up, but I needed to raise $1 million and I thought it was 300,000. So everything that went wrong, and I found myself with no money.
I was a carpenter. I just finished my apprenticeship, and we had everything had collapsed.
I think I had to wait for 2 weeks, and back in '98, October, I got £70.50 a week.
Everyone had lost all their jobs, and my brother actually was given a job description for a job in a place called Jobcare, where you'd be teaching and employment preparation.
I'd never forget the £70.50. I'd never forget going to the cash machine, the pass machine, and saying insufficient funds.
And it was the kind of work that I had been looking to get into, and I came in, I did the interview for the job, and I started in December 2007.
I block it out. It's like when women have babies, they block out because you couldn't go through it again.
For me, it was specifically about finding out what that person wanted in life, and I personally made it a thing of, and I was encouraged so much by Paul to find out what people wanted and to really push them towards that.
One of the brilliant new ideas that Jobcare introduced was the one-page CV. And it was a scary option at the time because people expected pages and pages of information.
Everybody has a potential. Most people that are unemployed never get the opportunity to know that they have a potential.
I went for an interview. It was the first time the HR manager had seen a one-page CV, and she said, that's the hook. That's what gets you the job.
That's what Jobcare is. It's a stepping stone. You know, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's helping people get back into employment. It's helping people further educate themselves so they can make success of themselves.
You know, there was a time 20 years ago when the IDA was able to bring in manufacturers who would create 1,000 or 2,000 jobs in rural areas or in Dublin, wherever.
We all need to be employed. We all need to be meaningfully engaged with something that we're doing on a day-to-day basis that gives us purpose.
I remember sitting in the cafe and counting out the pennies just to see if I had enough for coffee before I could go and convince the woman behind the counter that, you know, I deserve to get the dole.
The main thing to recognise when people become unemployed is that for many of them it's a grief reaction.
And there's a real feeling that you don't quite fit in, you know, that you're not part of the fabric of society.
And they need to recognise that that is what they're going through. They're going through a grief. There's a loss that they've got.
I mean, when the history books are being rewritten and updated, the period from 2007 will be featuring very prominently, and it'll have the same sort of status as the Great Depression in the 1930s.
The most profound thing that happened was that people who would never have expected to be unemployed found themselves unemployed. You know, in the sense of sort of isolation, the sense of desperation.
What Jobcare was doing was saying to these people, okay, look, how do you get back on your feet? How do you reintegrate into society?
Which is a credit to Jobcare, how they have evolved.
One of the things I think that Jobcare does is it also helps to create that sense of community. Being with a group of like-minded people, people who are in the same boat, who are in the same situation, and helping people to help each other to get that hope back again.
First of all, it gives you a place to go. Second of all, it gives you some idea of what you can do and your strengths and your weaknesses.
Sometimes you need help to do that. You can't do it on your own. You need people around you to support you, to tell you that you're good enough. You can do this. You are good enough.
With everything from just putting their CV together, from how to do a job interview, things that they probably thought they'd never have to find out about now that Jobcare can offer them.
The whole process from sort of helping to regain their their confidence and providing the network and providing them with the training, you know, just built somebody back up from, you know, a pretty desperate point to a point where they're confident enough to walk in and say, you know, I want to get a job and I'm going to have a go at this.
Programs like Jobcare, you know, recognise the value of work and getting people back into work. I think that is incredibly important economically, socially, psychologically for the people involved. It's incredibly important.
And you know, it's not just the person, it's their families, it's the community, it's the neighbourhood. You know, it's a huge knock-on effect and their absolute passion to try and help.
And I think motivating people, instilling them with positive mental attitude, telling them that yes you can, you know, getting that message that yes you can, why not you? You can do it.
Jobcare and any programme that can get you to be listened to and direction is essential.
Jobcare is very much all about everybody is in this together and we're all giving and we're all getting stuck in together.
Jobcare, at the end of the day, enabled me to believe in myself, to believe in what I had to offer, and it gave me a value system that I still hold today, that people are people and that everybody has something to offer each other.
And I finally got into the role that I'm in now, and I have been for the last 15 months, where the progression is just amazing, and I see it every day.
It's based in Stephen's Green. I've been there 14 years and I work in the admin team.
It's the generation of hope.
Wow, Jobcare in the world, that's a big one.
I think Jobcare, you know, one of the most committed, passionate and focused organisations that I've ever dealt with.
I think hope is a good one.
A word is value.
I think it might sound a bit cheesy, but I'd say love.
Jobcare is family through and through.
Value for people, value for life.
What they achieve and the difference they make to the people that they help.
Their focus is to help you get back on your feet, get back a sense of purpose and get a job. That's a really hopeful place to be.
Amazing family. Yeah.
You can't really put words around it, it's just profound.